Can you build a track car for $1,500? Well, I've already done it.
This is the heart of our race car, but that is the real race car right there.
You don't think it's locked up, do you?
This engine's totally locked up. Let's go, all right? All right, we got a slight problem. This thing is loose. Tech inspection's not a big fan. We need to make a cut right across here and just get this off because this part's secure and we need the front to hold the bumper. So I think that's gonna be our best bet. So, slight problem. These are all Torx bits. Guess who didn't bring Torx bits? Me. Also, this part doesn't have a crash bar on. I'm realizing that probably needs to go on to help support the bumper. Right, Brandon's gonna focus on zip tying up the bumper. I've got one other problem that I forgot about until last night. This is gonna cover everything.
Better than it was.
How aggressive do I get with this to see if it's gonna come off? Oh, that's not good.
And it's also
We need to put more zip ties on there or something. We're not looking good, but we gotta get to driver's meeting. We gotta go to tech inspection. The bumper should be good now, so cross your fingers. All right, so we are about to go out for heat number 1 right now. The Saturn is looking, well, it's looking. Look at this thing. Hot damn, she's a hot boy. Brandon, how do you feel? First heat. You're gonna try to go fast. That's all you gotta really try to do. Luckily, I think the Mustang will do the rest of the work for you. So if you guys aren't familiar, we got a Ford Performance suspension set up on this. Brandon's got this custom made front splitter, Apex wheels, some sticky tires, and 9 Lives Racing wing. You know, honestly, as far as first cars go, I think your first car is pretty well set up. Quick rundown on the Saturn. It is a Saturn with Walmart tires and EBC brakes. But the good news is it's gonna stop when I ask it to. I'm confident about that. Driving, not so much. We'll find. This Saturn has made it. I'll be honest, there was a lot of times where I had no hope this car was gonna make it to the track, but here we are. She ain't pretty, and she ain't gonna be fast, but motherfucker, you can get some seat time in it. So we are now going out for a parade lap. There's just one problem. This parade lap will be the furthest this car's ever driven so far, since who knows when it was parked for the engine being blown up. Do you hear that, you dirty old Saturn? I told you you were gonna run, god damn it. Sorry?
Go too fast and lose it?
What? This thing's always too fast, brother. Yeah, it was flopping around and we made the decision. We said it's better probably off the car than on the car and in somebody else's windshield, so.
All right, nice and easy.
Yes, sir. Welcome to Gingerman Raceway, Saturn. Population, you and I. Now I just gotta make sure I don't money ship this thing because it's a real possibility. I don't think you guys realize how much body roll this thing is going to have. It's going to be ridiculous. This is fucking ridiculous, dude. This is absolutely ridiculous. I'm a little concerned we're gonna be rolling the car onto the tire, I'll be honest. Man, this thing sways a lot and we actually don't even have a rear sway bar. All right, well, that's officially the furthest I've ever driven the Saturn in one go. She did fine, temps are fine, which is good because this thing was just kind of passively bled as far as the cooling system goes. The car is ugly and it definitely looks really bad, but one thing's for certain, I know I can rely on the brakes and that's kind of the most important thing. All right, coming up for heat number 2. Turns out I didn't get in-car footage from heat number 1. look. Oh, that's fourth gear, not third. No wonder that felt so fast. Look who caught me. Old Brandon. Get Brandon a 5 All right, so I was quicker on the back half than the S2000, but he was gapping me everywhere else. He was about to make a mistake, and then I got to the point where I'm holding up an entire crew. All right, so we just got to looking at the Saturn, and the whole front of the motor is pretty damp, and Brandon's actually thinking that it's running from the valve cover. We did find the valve cover was more loose than we expected. We snugged it up. We just hit everything with some brake clean. Now I think we're gonna go out in the next heat. I'm just gonna run a couple of laps and essentially get things up to temp and hot, and then pull off track and make sure that it doesn't look wet. If it doesn't look wet, we'll keep running it. All right, here we come. Full heat number 3. Got the Saturn all figured out. Do I have air? Oh God, it's got fucking cigarette ash in it. Thank you. Fully set. I cooked the front tires. We pushed really hard through there. I wasn't really intending on running a ton of laps this heat. I just wanted to see if we got our oil leak fixed. Body roll is a huge killer. The suspension is just moving around so much. It's really hard to trust it and really push. I feel like I'm finding the limits, but I don't think those limits are hard to find. I think what I need to learn if I were to drive this car again is how to massage those limits and stay under them while maybe smoothing them out a little bit, extending them just a little bit. You know, I can't be mad considering the fact this is a, I mean, $300 car. I bought 2 cars for $600. Done. Definitely don't smell great, that's for sure. Let's try right here. Well, I don't know exactly where it's coming from, but the motor mount's definitely wet. I don't think it's dripping, but I'm not gonna wait until it is. So I think that's it. I think the Saturn is done. I'm gonna go get some ride-alongs to Brandon. I still have a lot of filming to do, but I think we're gonna pull this thing up onto the trailer, and I'll talk to you guys here in a little bit about my thoughts on building a $1,500 track car. Where's your gauge? Tire pressure gauge.
30 front.
Oh, you probably blew right past that. And I have bad news on the Saturn.
Still leaking?
I think she's done for the day. It doesn't look like it's valve cover, but the motor mount's still wet. I want to see what you think.
Sure.
So in short, can you build a $1,500 track car? Yes. Should you? No. I think $3,000 would actually put you in a pretty reasonable spot. You could probably pick up a cheap Honda Civic, throw some cheap coilovers, some brakes and tires, and you'd have a much better platform. That being said, if you think that you need a $30,000 car with a bunch of power and a bunch of modifications in order to go to the track, I think this is a good lesson to show that that is just absolutely not true. This thing was just about as close to stock as it could be, and it still did okay. I'm not going to say it was fast by any means, but I felt totally safe in the car, and I don't think I was putting anybody at risk other than that oil leak, which I fixed immediately after. The Saturn is gone, but we're starting to tune on the hybrid Renesis, so follow for more.